Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you on Fragrance Friday a comparison review between three different fragrances, three different price points. Ariana Grande's Cloud, the original. I also have Good Molecules, what is it called? Coffee Cloud. Getting a hint. And then Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum. That's the version I'm going to compare these three for costs and longevity and, you know, whether I would repurchase, things like that. So let's get into this. Before we get started onto the fragrance part, if I don't tell you what's on my nails and on my lips, you guys always ask. So I am going to share that with you. On my lips today, I have a combo between MAC, I think it's Cosmo, what are you? Is Cosmo Amplified Lipstick. That's what I have all over my lips. And then on top of such lipstick, I have Buxom's Full On Lip Polish in Serena. That is what I have on my lips, but let's go on to my nails. It's spooky season. I'm wearing orange. I've got orange eyeshadow on. I'm loving October. It's one of my favorite months. I have two different polishes on my nails. On the base of my nails, I do have from Holo Taco One Coat Black, and on top of that, I have Fallen Flake Taco, and it just provides a beautiful little like fall inspired leaves fallen, that kind of thing. Love it, love it, love it. You guys know how much I love Holo Taco. That's just me. Anyway, so now while you're here, so we are going to discuss these three fragrances. And interestingly enough, I already knew about these two. That's been pretty much talked about all over the internet, that Ariana Grande's Cloud is supposed to be a dupe for MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. But when I got this in the mail from my friend Teresa, I sprayed it on myself and I said to my husband, like, it smells like something I already have. And it didn't take me long to figure out this one is just pretty much mimicking, trying to be like twinsies with these, not quite, but we're going to discuss cost breakdown as well as, you know, would I repurchase and whether I would buy a full bottle of the Baccarat Rouge 540 as well. So let's get right into this. So we're going to start off with the least expensive of all of these, and that is from Good Chemistry in the Coffee Cloud. This, I was able to get this, actually. It's sold at Target, or Target as I like to call it, in the United States. And in Canada, we don't get this fragrance at all. In fact, my friend was able to pick this up for me, send it over through the mail. Shh, don't tell anybody. And I've been testing it out. As you guys can see, I've made quite a dent in this fragrance. Now, when I sprayed this, I was like, this is exactly like something I have in my repertoire, in the sense of my collection. I have something like this. Did it perform the exact same? No. And as I was wearing it, it definitely showed its weakness. But let's go to Fragrantica here first off, and we'll just discuss the main accords and then the top, mid, and base notes. Main accords for Coffee Cloud from Good Chemistry are citrus, woody, coffee, fresh spicy, aromatic, warm spicy, and powdery. Fragrance notes are bergamot, cedarwood, and coffee. This one here, for it, what is this? It's a 50 ml. So the 50 ml bottle, and I'm going to read to you guys, I did some research. In the United States, this is USD, because I don't have Targets here in Canada, so the price for this one is going to be in US dollars. The next two we're going to discuss are in Canadian. So in USD, this size, 1.69 ounces, fluid ounces, or 50 mils, is $28.99. And they have a travel spray of 0.33 ounce, which is, I guess I wrote it down, it's 9.78 mil, so just under 10 mil, and that's $14.99. Now, this is the least expensive that we're going to talk about, and it performs that way. So when I sprayed this on, I knew it was something I had in my collection, but as I was wearing it, it was very quickly fading very quickly. And again, that's where I was like, my brain went, oh my God, it smells like Ariana Grande's Cloud. It smells very similar to that. Although the notes on Fragrantica do not at all look anything like this, but they smell very similar. And Olivia Olfactory, or yeah, I think it's Olivia Olfactory. I just started watching her. I swear I just started watching after I had already made this revelation, and I saw something on Facebook. It popped up like a short she did on this, and that it's to her, she felt the same way. So I'm not the only one, but not very many people are talking about the fact that you can, in the States, you guys can pick this up. It doesn't last very long. But again, if you're going to wear this to bed, which is where, or how I wear mine, is to bed, This is fine. It's a great fragrance because I'm just spraying it on. Maybe I'll wait an hour at maximum, let's hope, before I fall asleep. So I don't need it to last a very, very long time, but it's okay. I probably wouldn't repurchase this because the other fragrances that we're going to talk about, I do enjoy a little bit more. It lasts a little bit longer. But again, the price point for this, again in US dollars, the big size is $28.99 at Target, or Target as I like to call it. It's a great price point. And again, if you're just wearing it to bed, no big deal. But if you're wanting to wear this out and about and want it to last, it doesn't really last very long, and especially on my body chemistry, which most fragrances, unless it's like bold and in your face, they kind of get eaten up throughout the day. So that's the very first one here. So next up, we're going to talk about Ariana Grande's Cloud, the original Cloud. Now, I absolutely adore this one. You guys can see I'm about halfway through this one. This is my second full bottle. This is a 3.4 fluid ounces or 100 ml bottle. And I did find it on fragrancebuy.ca. So you can find a better deal, but the price I'm going to quote for you guys is what I found at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. And again, this one here is going to be in Canadian dollars that I quote you. So if you're from the United States, that's the only one I know that it like take 35% off of that. And that's what you would pay in US dollars. This is super popular. Everybody talked about how this was the original. This is the one that came after it, and then this one came third. It's great. I love this so much, and you're going to see a theme. This is what I want to wear to bed. This is what I had on my tray for 3/4 of a year. Just decided to spray like a couple spritzes before bed. I did pull it from my tray recently because I wanted to rotate other fragrances, but let's go check out Fragrantica for those main accords. Main accords for Cloud by Ariana Grande are sweet, lactonic, vanilla, coconut, and musky. Top notes are lavender, pear, and bergamot. Mid notes are whipped cream, praline, coconut, and vanilla orchid. Base notes are musk and woody notes. This is beautiful, and as you guys can see, remember what I said about what they put on Fragrantica? There's almost nothing to know on Fragrantica for the scent notes on this. It honestly is a disguise, a very light version of this one here, and I'm kind of going backwards in order for strength. This is the weakest. This is like right down the middle. Again, I love this one. I would absolutely repurchase this one. Again, Shoppers Drug Mart Canadian dollars. I'm just looking at my notes for a 50 ml. So because this is 50 ml, I'll just go with the 50 ml. This is 100 ml. The 100 ml is $84 Canadian. But at Shoppers Drug Mart, 50 ml is $72. But you can find this where I did on fragrancebuy.ca. And I think for this 100 ml, I probably paid like $69, $70 Canadian. And I didn't have any customs because it's a company out of Canada, which is very lovely. So with that being said, I would absolutely repurchase this. There's a reason why people love it, because it's not nearly as expensive as this one here, but I love it. It's worth it. And obviously this is my second bottle. I will, once I get a little bit lower, order another one, get on the notification list for fragrancebuy.ca if if they're out of stock, which they do just restock all the time. So 100% would recommend this one. This is a great mid price point, if you will, because again, this one's a lot cheaper, a little bit more expensive. And now we're going to talk about one of the most expensive fragrances that I think I've ever talked about, and probably worldwide, one of the most popular ones that you can probably pick out someone wearing Baccarat Rouge 540 on them, pretty much on any street in Europe. Maybe a little less so in Canada, but maybe the big cities. But yeah, this fragrance, she has a past, she has a present, and she has a future in my collection. So I only have this little tiny travel size, and it did come to Europe with me when I went last January. I am going to Europe again in January, and I will be bringing this with me. However, even though the price point on this one is really crazy, the projection on this is like DEFCON 5. Like where this is like -5, this is probably like a 2.5, 3. This is like 110. You don't need a lot. And that's the thing about niche fragrance houses. You kind of get what you pay for. And I feel like less is more. Some people overspray this. Perhaps they get anosmic to it, but the rest of us are like, pow, whoa, whoa, buddy, slow down. This is unisex. I'd say all of these are unisex, but they definitely advertise this one to be unisex. Let's go to Fragrantica for those main accords. Main accords for Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian are woody, amber, warm spicy, animalic, fresh spicy, aromatic, and metallic. Top notes are saffron, jasmine. Mid notes are amberwood and ambergris. Base notes are fir resin and cedar. I love it. I understand the hype. It is overhyped, and hence why so many companies, and there's probably 10 other ones out there, try to dupe it, because again, this is not a price point a lot of people can definitely put dip their toe into. So with that said, I'm going to read to you guys some Canadian prices for different sizes of this. Again, I was very, very tickled to get this sample from Be Gorgeous Beauty in Halifax, Nova Scotia when I lived there. Tim, the owner, he gave me the sample. I am definitely making sure this lasts a long time, as long as I can before I get a bottle. So that said, let's go look at the prices of the bottles. I'm going to read them below. So a 200 ml, something twice the size of this, in Canadian dollars is $825. And you're not really going to find a lot of places that have these on sale, because this stuff it doesn't stay in stock. So good luck trying to find it on Fragrance Buy or Fragrance Net. Good luck. Anyway, so then there's a 70 milliliters, which is 420 Canadian dollars. And then the 35 ml, which is the one I want to get, clearly, because I can't really, I'm not going to spend a mortgage payment on a fragrance. But 35 ml is $265. It's the same size of the 35 ml I have in Gentle Fluidity Gold by the same company, same brand, same house. So I want to keep it up. I want to get the same size, but it's $265. So Tim, again, I'm watching Tim's Be Gorgeous Beauty in Halifax. I do order from him online, and it's been out of stock that size for a while for good reason. I have put myself down for a notification that as soon as it becomes available, I'm going to snatch that up, because I do want it in my collection. I do find this to be very good. So that 35 ml again is $265, and the 3x11 ml, which is 3 of those little travel spray things, and you can MFK would do like little containers, little travel things, which look really pretty in your purse. I don't really carry purses, Lululemon, like, what is it, hip bag or whatever. Anyway, that's also $265. So it was like 3 times 11 mils. So that's 33 mils, so 2 mils less than the other one that's the same price. Anyway, I want this. I absolutely understand the hype. There is definitely a time and place for this. I would definitely wear it when I go to Europe, but also in the winter. I find that this is just too much in the summer. It does get quite hot where I live, although this I can wear to bed every season. It doesn't matter. I absolutely love this one to bed. This one will not be worn to bed. This will be wear it out and special occasion. This is to bed. Absolutely love it. Would repurchase. And then this one is nice. It's trying too hard to be these, and it doesn't last very long, and for that reason I will not repurchase the Good Chemistry Coffee Cloud. Is just not my thing. So yeah, you guys, thanks for sticking around to watch this. I just wanted to give you a comparison. There are many different price points, and there are so many other fragrances that try to dupe MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540 because it's so popular, and I mean it's for good reason. And again, thank you to Tim for giving me the sample. It is absolutely beautiful. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye guys.